Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Dhanaprasad, Mathematics faculty. AP Polyset 2020, TS Polyset 2020, APRJC, TSRJC కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్కి ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్న వాళ్ళందరికీ వెల్కమ్. సో మరి మ్యాథ్స్, ఫిజిక్స్, కెమిస్ట్రీ అన్ని సబ్జెక్టులు కూడా మనకి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఒక మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ ఫ్యాకల్టీగా మీకోసం ఏపీ అండ్ టీఎస్ పాలిసెట్ 2020కి ఉపయోగపడే విధంగా వీడియో సిరీస్ రిలీజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో మ్యాథమెటిక్స్లో మనకి 14 చాప్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. రియల్ నెంబర్స్ 1 నుంచి లాస్ట్ చాప్టర్ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ వరకు 14 చాప్టర్స్ నుంచి ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్, బేసిక్స్, షార్ట్ కట్స్ అన్నీ కూడా చాలా క్లియర్గా డిస్కస్ చేశాను. అదేవిధంగా 2019, 18, 17, 16 ఓల్డ్ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్స్ అన్నీ చాలా క్లియర్గా డీటెయిల్డ్గా డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాం. మీరు ఈ సిరీస్ ఫాలో అయితే, ఈ లెక్చర్ సిరీస్ అన్నీ జాగ్రత్తగా 1 by 1 ఫాలో అయితే మంచి ర్యాంక్ వస్తుంది. మంచి కాలేజీలో జాయిన్ అయ్యి ఇంజనీరింగ్ మీరు ఫినిష్ చేయొచ్చు. హాయ్ ఎవ్రీవన్, వెల్కమ్ టు అవర్ ఛానల్ మ్యాథ్ టైమ్. So in this lecture I would like to discuss about chapter 1, real numbers. In real numbers there are two types. One is rational numbers and second one is irrational numbers. Now I would like to explain what are real numbers, what are irrational numbers. So here we all know that we started numbers studying with natural numbers. What are natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on are called natural numbers and denoted by n. When I include 0 to natural numbers means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, these are called whole numbers denoted by w. When I include negative whole numbers, nothing but -1, -2, -3 and so on, then I will get a set of integers. These are called integers. These are from -infinity to +infinity, including what? 0. Now when we add numbers which are in the form of p by q, nothing but 2 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 10 by 2, whatever it may be, all are called rational numbers. So rational numbers are in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0 means denominator should not be 0. This is called rational numbers. And irrational numbers, the numbers which cannot be represented in the form of p by q are called irrational numbers. They are denoted by p, capital P. Examples are √3, √5, √10, √20, log 2, log 3, log 5 and pi. All are examples of irrational numbers. Here I am writing irrational numbers. Therefore real numbers can be divided into two parts. One is rational and the second one is what? Irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are denoted by p. The examples are √2, √3, √5, log 2 plus log 3, pi and so on. So here irrational number cannot be written in the form of p by q. All irrational numbers are non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. Now here you see rational numbers. In rational numbers we have natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and also what? Fractions. The numbers which are in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0 are called rational numbers. So now we came to know that real numbers are divided into two parts. One is rational numbers and second one is irrational numbers. Now in this rational numbers we have two types. So rational numbers are divided into two parts. One is terminating decimals, second one is non-terminating and repeating decimal. Some rational numbers can be written as terminating decimals and some rational numbers can be written as non-terminating and repeating fractions. Let us see. So we are taking rational numbers. So here about terminating decimals, the prime factorization of q means the prime factorization of the denominator has either 2 or 5 or both. Whenever in this p by q, whenever this q has a prime factorization and that factorization has either 2 or 5 or both, that fraction can be expressed as a terminating decimal. See this example, 1 by 2 means that this is p, this is q. q has 2, here at the denominator we have 2, therefore 1 by 2 equal to 0.5. So this rational number is expressed as a terminating decimals. So here if you see 2 by 5, we can write it as 0.4. It is terminated. Why it is terminated? Because at the denominator we have 5. Whenever q has at the denominator 2 or 5 or both, that rational number is a terminating decimals. So here you can see non-terminating and repeating decimals. Whenever the denominator q has other than 2 and 5, then the rational number can be expressed as a non-terminating and repeating decimals. Let us see, 1 by 3 equal to 0.3333 and so on. So this can be written as 0.3 bar. So here 2 by 3. So here at the denominator we have 3, which is other than 2 and what? 5. Therefore 2 by 3 can be written as 0.6666 and so on. This is equal to 0.6 bar. So therefore we can conclude that rational numbers, any number which is in the form of p by q, where denominator should not be 0. Rational numbers can be divided into two parts. One is terminating decimals, second one is non-terminating and repeating decimals. So in this side we can say whenever the denominator has prime factorization has either 2 or 5 or both, that is terminating decimals. Whenever the denominator q has other than 2 and 5, then the rational number can be expressed as a non-terminating repeating decimals. So now let us see irrational numbers. Irrational numbers cannot be written in the form of p by q. So rational numbers can be expressed in the form of p by q, but irrational numbers cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. Examples: root 2 equal to 1.41421356 and so on. Log 2 equal to 0.3010299999 and so on. And example, root 2 plus root 3, or pi equal to 3.1415926 and so on. So here irrational numbers cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. These are non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. Non-terminating. So these irrational numbers are non-terminating. They are going like that. And non-repeating. Non-repeating decimals. If you see example 1, root 2 equal to 1.41421356 and so on. So the decimals are what? Going on. Therefore they are non-terminating and non-repeating. So in real numbers, very important one, Euclid's division lemma. What is this Euclid division lemma? How it is useful in our subject? Let us see. So here given two positive integers a and b, then there exists a unique pair of integers q and r such that a equal to bq plus r, where r lies between 0 and b, means r equal to 0 sometimes r is less than b. So here Euclid's division lemma says that whenever you have two positive integers a and b, then there exists a unique pair of integers q and r such that a equal to bq plus r. So here what is this? I would like to explain with one beautiful example. For example 1, 20 by 6. So here it is 20 is dividend and 6 is divisor. Let us divide 20 with 6. So here 6 goes 3 times. 3 times 3 into 6, 18. The remainder is 2. Therefore here 20 is dividend, 6 is divisor, 3 is quotient, 2 is remainder. Therefore 20 can be written as 20 equal to divisor into quotient, means 6 into 3 plus remainder. What is remainder here? 2. So therefore a equal to bq plus r. In this case r is remainder equal to 2, right? So here 6 divides, 6 goes 3 times in 20 and the remainder is 2. For example, what is 20 by 5? 5 divides 20 4 times, 5 fours 20, what is remainder? 0. So in this example, 20 can be written as 20 equal to 5 into 4 plus what is remainder? 0. Therefore it is what? 20. So therefore, according to Euclid's division lemma, given any two positive integers a and b, then there exists a unique pair of integers q and r such that a equal to bq plus r, means dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Sometimes remainder equal to 0, sometimes remainder less than divisor. In example 1, the remainder is 2. In example 2, the remainder is 0. Point number 2, fundamental theorem of arithmetic, which is very important in real numbers. The fundamental theorem of arithmetic says that every composite number can be expressed, means factorized, as a product of primes apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. So here every composite number can be expressed as a, means factorized as a product of primes apart from the order in which the prime factors occurs. This is very important. So what is composite number? I would like to give one example. For example, if I take 20 can be written as 4 into 5. 4 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5. So 2 into 2, 2 square, 2 square into 5 power 1. So therefore the composite number 20 can be written as a product of primes apart from the order in which we write them, means 2 square into 5 I can write, or 5 into I can write what? 2 square. So here according to this fundamental theorem of arithmetic, order is not important. What is important is what are prime factors. So 20 can be written as 2 square into 5 power 1. 2 and 5 are what? Primes. One more example, example 2, I can write 21 can be written as 3 into 7. 3 and 7 are prime numbers, therefore the composite number 20 can be expressed, means factorized as product of primes 3 into 7. The order is not important. In important points, point number 3, very important. This is a standard bit for polyset. A rational number between a and b is a plus b by 2, means the rational number between any two numbers is the average of the two numbers. Example, for example, 2 and 3 are two numbers, then the rational number between 2 and 3 is 2 plus 3 by 2, nothing but 5 by 2, means 2.5. So therefore the third important point is a rational number between a and b is what? Average of the two numbers, nothing but a plus b by 2. One more important formula number 4, an irrational number between a and b is root ab, means two numbers a and b will be given to you and you have to find an irrational number. So therefore the required irrational number is root ab. For example, if the given numbers are 2 and 3, if you want to find an irrational number between 2 and 3 is root 2 into 3, nothing but root 6. So point number 5 is, if p is a prime number and p divides a square, then p also divides a. This is very important standard bit and standard formula. When p is a prime number and p divides a square, then p also divides a. Formula number 6, the number 1 is neither prime nor composite number. So here 1 is simply odd number, 1 is not prime number and not composite number. This is one standard formula. Formula number 7, the number 2 is the only even prime number. So here prime numbers starts with 2, means 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and so on. Prime number means a number which is divisible by the number itself. So 2 is the only even prime number in our prime number system. So in chapter 1, real numbers, logarithms is very very important. So every year nearly 3 to 4 problems are giving on logarithms, logarithm definition. If a power x equal to n, what is a? A is called base and x is called exponent. When a power x equal to n, by definition of logarithm, this x is equal to log n to the base a. This base becomes the base of log n. So there, for example, if 2 cube equal to 8, then 3 equal to log 8 to the base 2. This base becomes log of 8 to the base 2. So where a is greater than 0, a not equal to 1, n greater than 0, and a and n are real numbers. In this real numbers, the logarithms and their properties or formulas are very very important. Here we have 6 important formulas. Using these 6 formulas, we'll solve polyset questions. Let us see formula number 1. Log 1 to the base a equal to 0. So means log 1 to any base is what? 0. Second one is log a to the base a equal to 1. For example, log 2 to the base 2. For example, log 10 to the base 10. All are equals to what? 1. Now formula number 3, log ab equal to log a plus log b. So product becomes what? Sum. So here log ab to the base of sum x equal to log a to the base x plus log b to the base x. Similarly, formula number 4, log a by b equal to log a minus log b. Here the division becomes what? Subtraction. So therefore log a by b to the base x equal to log a to the base x minus log b to the base x. Now very very important formulas, formula number 5 and formula number 6, right? So log x power n equal to n log x. This power becomes what? Coefficient in the RHS. Therefore log x power n to the base y equal to n into log x to the base y. This power becomes the coefficient of the logarithmic function. So formula number 6, log x to the base y power n. Here the difference between 5 and 6 is, in 5 the number has power, in 6 the base has power. When number has power, that becomes coefficient of log x y, log x to the base y. Whenever the base has power, here it becomes 1 by n into log x to the base y. So these are very very important formulas.